Welcome back, everyone, to in-person worship at St. Giles Presbyterian Church. We know you have been patiently waiting to rejoin us on Sunday mornings in person. We have been eager to see you and worship with you in community again in person. It's been 6 months since we've been together, so we are very excited to see you again. Now, you might notice as you rejoin us here on Sunday mornings that a few things are different. We've got a few new regulations and rules that we're going to ask you to follow to keep everyone safe. So we've made this little instructional video with a little bit of humor and a lot of love to show you what Sunday mornings are going to look like. Please remember to wear your mask throughout the entirety of our worship time together. And remember, don't be like Cletus.
When you arrive at church, a door greeter will welcome you and provide instructions for you. You will receive a small card to fill out in case we need to contact you.
Good morning, Sally. How are
Hi,
you? Good to see you again.
I'm good. It's so good to be here.
Oh, that's great. I would appreciate it if you would put your name and phone number on here
Okay.
so we can do a little and answer the questions for a little contact tracing if we need it.
All right. And I will try to write legibly. Okay.
Thank you. And then we need you to answer a couple of questions.
Okay. No, I haven't had any symptoms.
Okay, and then you'll take this in for the health check in just a minute. Now, I see you wore your mask.
Yes.
So that's great. So if you forget it, you'll have masks.
Okay.
And we will have some commercial ones if you need one.
That's good to know.
And then we have hand sanitizer if you wish to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And the restrooms will be available. And there'll be an usher after the health check. There'll be an usher to take you to your seat. And the offerings are in baskets or plates outside the worship center.
Okay. Oh, I appreciate all of the efforts to keep all of us safe and so that we can worship together again.
That's right. We want to keep our members safe and healthy.
So I'll head into the health screener. Okay.
Right into the health screener. Thank you. Good morning, Cletus. How are you this morning? Hey, I have a little check-in for you, please. We need your name and your phone number.
I don't like to give out my personal information.
Well, I need for you to help us so we can keep track of everybody because we're trying to keep our members safe and healthy. And if we need to contact you if someone gets sick.
I don't ever get sick. I haven't been sick since fourth grade.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about others. Okay, you can take that right inside. We have masks, and if you needed hand sanitizer and stuff.
I'm good.
Okay. Well,
Don't be like Cletus, be like Sally. Help our volunteers get everyone into the church quickly. The door greeter has directed you to the check-in station where you will meet with a health screener. The health screener will have a brief questionnaire available for you to complete. This is important so that we can collect contact tracing information in the event anyone attending this morning's service later tests positive for COVID. They will also take your temperature. If we are observing communion during the service, this will also be where you pick up your communion elements.
Good morning, Sally. It's good to see you again.
Good morning, Karen. It's so good to see you, to be here.
I see you've got your mask on already. That's wonderful. I just need to get your temperature real quick.
Oh, sure. I'm glad to do anything to help.
Very good. And you are good to go. The usher will take you to your seat.
Do you get this paper?
Yes, right there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
Good morning, Cletus. It's
Good
good
morning,
to see you
Karen.
this
How you doing?
morning. I see you don't have a mask on. Would you like to pick one from our basket?
I don't need a mask. I'm fine.
That's all right. It's to protect everybody else that's here. So just choose one from the basket and you can take it home with you.
I guess this one looks like me, all right.
And I just need to take your temperature real quick. Very good.
What do I do with this paper? I have to sign
I'll
it?
take it right here. Thank you.
All right.
Usher will take you to your seat.
All right, thank you, Karen. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Don't be like Cletus, be like Sally. Let's all help our reopening go safely and smoothly. An usher will then greet you to assist you to your seat.
Hi, Sally. Let me direct you to where you need to sit.
Okay, that'll be wonderful.
Could you please sit right there in the middle where the green tape is?
Where the green tape is. Sure, Tim. Thank you.
Well, we're glad to have you back.
Oh, it's so good to be back.
We decided to use green tape to show where people could sit so that we could maintain social distance. Hello, Cletus, Buzz.
Hey, good morning,
Good to
Tim.
see you.
Good to see you too.
Hey, hold on a second. I'm gonna direct you to where to sit.
I know where to sit. I always sit in the same spot. I always sit with my buddy Tim.
I know that you usually do, and I know that most of the folks here do have their favorite pews, but because we have to maintain social distance and follow the guidelines, I'm going to ask you to deviate a little bit from that procedure and sit in a different place. So, if you don't mind, you can sit right here where we have the green tape marking the pews.
All the way in the back. I can't see the preacher.
Oh, I think you'll do okay with it. It's a pretty good view. You have an uninstructed view of everything that's going to go on in the service. Your bulletin is right there, and it's good to see you back.
All right.
Don't be difficult like Cletus. Be like Sally. Realize that the church is working hard to follow the Department of Health and CDC rules to protect our church family.
In fact, an award-winning dairy. It's owned, Tim Wilson, it's owned by the stated clerk of that church, or the stated clerk at that time. The clerk of session, I should say. Yeah. That would be Tim Wilson at our place. I don't think he owns a grade A goat dairy. Any Cletus, mask, please. So I walked around and I got to see the goats and I got to see the rabbits. I got to see the worms. They raised worms. I forget the exact word for it. It's a certain type of culture. And the people are so poor that Don Francisco is serving that the worms are not just to make the garden beds fertile, but when times get really tough.
To comply with the health department recommendations, we are not able to pass around an offering plate. However, in my best airline attendant imitation, let me indicate where the plates are located for your tithes and offerings. Ushers will also direct you to how to exit on a row-by-row basis, similar to how we have in the past for communion. You will exit from the same aisle in which you entered. This is necessary to maintain social distancing as we exit the sanctuary.
Lydia, go ahead and follow it, and please exit by the center doors. It's good to see you again. Please exit by the center doors. Cletus, hey, could you sit down for just a second? Please exit by the center doors. Hello, miss. It's nice to see you. I'm glad you could join us this morning. Okay, Cletus, we're ready for you. Follow the young lady, and please exit by the center doors, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thank you.
And again, don't be like Cletus. It's so much easier if we all follow the directions the first time. Back in flight attendant mode, we are following the health recommendations for restroom occupancy. One person at a time will be able to use the restroom. Please don't loiter. Others have to go too. No loitering will be allowed in the narthex. If you aren't able to follow the above guidelines, perhaps in-house worship is not the right option for you at this time. Please consider the additional worship options: drive-in worship or live stream through Facebook. Both are good options. Let's talk about the drive-in church. When you arrive at church, the attendant with the fluorescent vest will direct you to parking. Please stay in your car. He or she will bring you a special bulletin for the service that includes the FM frequency information along with communion elements as needed. At the end of the service, there will be an offering bucket and a receptacle for recycling your bulletin. Someone will be outside under the tent during the worship service if you need anything.
As Jesse mentioned at the beginning of our video, I want to say I'm very excited to have everyone come back and join us so that we can be together worshiping God in this beautiful space that you have provided for the community to worship in. There's nothing like being together and feeling the Spirit move among us. These last 6 months, we've been able to feel the Spirit in a new way, working virtually, and we are not going to discontinue that. As was stated earlier, live stream is still an option for those who, in good conscience, decide that it's better to stay home for them and their families. And we invite you to do that. Follow your conscience in the Reformed tradition way, the tradition that we're a part of as Presbyterians, and either stay home and worship through live stream or come and visit with us here in the worship space, following all of the rules that you just heard. And don't be Cletus, who didn't follow any of the rules. I look forward to seeing you.